hey, look. It's saying we have an excellent condition on our stream.
Let's see when the Notive squad comes in.
Okay. Well, there, even though this YouTube thing is fancy.
Oh, Notive. Okay, here we go.
Even though the new YouTubes, they totally threw me. Did they throw you? Because they got all the...
Fine. I'm fine.
All right. I don't like how things change. For those of you tuning in the future...
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Mason.
What's going on?
Hey, Justin.
For those of you guys tuning in the future, this video is going to start very soon. And we'll get rid of the background music. Dun-dun. And then, hey, let's go live. Boom.
Oh, that was quick.
Wasn't it quick?
I wasn't worried. Mason Berry, how you doing, sir?
How's it going, you guys?
Mason bought an 80.
Mason, you bought an 80. What's going on?
Hey.
Hey, so we're going to talk a little bit about the 80 on the trail a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about what's coming up with software because hopefully you guys are using it. There's a free version of it. If not, then use it. And then Corey's got a couple of updates.
Yeah.
But basically, we're just checking in.
Aggie Phil.
Yeah.
Welcome to the cruise, sir. Ma'am.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Person. And thank you for hanging out.
Aggie.
So for a while there, earlier this year, we were doing live streams much more frequently. Maybe once a week, right? And sometimes twice a week because we were doing a video every single day. We haven't done a live stream in a little while.
You guys, hey, Sir William.
Sir William, what's going on? You guys, please complain loudly if you can't hear us for any reason, and we will try and turn things. Yeah. We'll try and turn things up.
Sir William Goes was there for some of our early lives with. Audio is tricky. It's tricky.
It is. Sir William Goes. What's your YouTube channel? We'll send people over there.
Literally Sir William
I know, but
Goes.
I'm checking.
Okay.
I'm checking. I'm making sure. I think it's Sir William Goes. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Aries, thank you for noticing.
What did we notice?
The setup.
Oh,
just a better setup.
We
Our
moved
lighting,
out.
We were in a cave.
Well,
it's
hard. You guys said, hey, you guys are too dark, so I went and I got a couple of candles at the Home Depot.
Okay. No, we went to TJ Maxx.
We went to TJ Maxx, and we invested in 100-watt light bulbs. If you guys remember what those are. All right, so this is an Overland channel. Okay. You guys are family, but we're gonna talk a little bit about overlanding. You guys,
say hi. Hang on.
Hi. Let's say hi to some folks.
What's up, Minion? How are you doing?
For those who tune in later and you're watching this video, you really do have to think of this as a campfire chat. That's what we're doing here. We're connecting with folks, and we'll take your questions. We will, if you say Overland Bound in the chat, it comes up orange, and so we see it. If you guys have a question for us, it'll catch our eye. But Corey's watching too.
Okay, right now, Shantar, what's up? Josh Evans,
how's it going, Josh?
Clifford from Kansas, what's up? Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thanks for being
checking
here,
things
everybody.
Out. Yep.
Aries, you said that you've had great weather. You've had hot and smoky weather. Unfortunately, the weather is still saying smoky out here.
Yeah, California's been on fire. Has not been fantastic.
Yeah.
Around us and other areas.
Hey Rob over the Altamont, what's up? And we have Luis from Guatemala. How's it going?
You guys, thanks for hanging out.
If it's not broken, fix it. What's going on? Hopefully all is well with you.
Stonewalled.
It is. Oh, Stoner here?
Yep.
Stoner's here.
How's it going, man? How's it going? So the 80, it's on the road. It's doing fine, you guys. We took it on the Slick Rock Trail, and it delivered. It's not in the same shape it was. The mirror is bashed in, and the side of the door is bashed in. I still can't close my driver's side window. That's crazy, Joshua. Come on, Josh. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for that. The door got smashed in, and so I can't roll up my window. I'm gonna take care of that. I got a crowbar. Anyway, I got a cat's paw. You guys call it a cat's paw, but actually it's a flat bar that I'm gonna try and bend that window channel in. But anyway, the 80 is on the road. It's doing fine. Just got new tires on it because the old ones, we put some miles on those old ones. So we got a lot of miles. If you guys are curious, what do we have on them? Like 45,000 about.
I don't know. It was November. So November of 2017 is when we put them on.
Yeah. So we got some miles out of them.
Yeah.
I went back with the mud terrains again.
Yes.
I thought about getting the all terrains, but then when it came time to forking out the ducats, I just knee-jerk went back to what I know. And
we've only had KMs on that truck.
Yep.
2s, and then we did 2 sets of KM2s.
Livermore, what's going on?
2 sets of KM2s, and now we're on our second set of KM3s, but that's since 2010, so 10 years.
Okay, Clifford, I'm going to try a big suction cup, and here's a question. What is our favorite? What was our favorite camping trip? So you guys have been, I've been camping all my life, backpacking, blah, 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 blah. Had many rigs. Corey, some of the early trips with Corey was probably my favorite trips. And there were days where it was last minute. It was like Friday, 1 o'clock, and Corey'd be like, let's do it. Now let's hit the mountains.
Yeah.
And so I'd come home, we'd throw things in the truck, and we'd go up to the Sierras, and then there are both the gargoyles out towards in the Sierras, out Highway 108, which is near Pinecrest Lake. Yeah. That was awesome. Of course, we wouldn't go to Pinecrest Lake, though Pinecrest Lake is fine when it's open. But we'd go off on the Forest Service trails, and there's a place called the Gargoyles out there, which absolutely, absolutely awesome. And then some of our early treks up to Corral Hollow is an awesome trek. That one is up towards Bear Valley on Highway 4, also in the Sierras. So think a little bit eastern California for those of you who are not from around here. Mm-hmm. Those are 2 of my favorites. Do you got a favorite?
I mean, the early trips. I'm just thinking of all those early trips. Mm-hmm. That was
Grand Canyon. We've been to the Grand Canyon together. We've been to Moab.
Oh yeah.
Been to Moab.
In general, for
Spring
me,
Canyon Bottom.
Yeah, for me, the destinations are always awesome, but it was the context of the trips that made the most for me. So
makes a lot of sense. Yeah. The time. Yep. What was going on at the time.
Well, and just the act like. So I grew up doing classic camping, state parks, national parks, loading up in the suburban, but we always stayed in structured campgrounds. So the first time going off-road camping was a revelation. It was like, oh, okay, this is not camping. This is not the camping I know. Yep. This is completely different. And then I guess it was the first couple times, I'll say this, the first time that you like piggyback dates or piggyback different nights because you're on a long trail and you don't reach civilization at any point, that was like I'll camp at a campground, no problem, but it's like, oh, I can't really go back.
Yeah. I mean, you're
but
totally...
I love campgrounds too, but like if I have...
Totally self-sufficient.
We have the option between a campground and finding someplace off of a Forest Service road because it's the state forest or national forest or BLM, I'm there. Yeah. Yeah.
And then with this recent trip we went, I don't know if you guys haven't seen it, you can see that trip. It's gorgeous. It's along a year-round creek. It's in the Sierras, and there is nobody on that trail. Mm-hmm. There's nobody out there. So that's one of the main benefits.
Okay, let's jump on this from Stoner really quick. So this is Stonewalled 126. We call him Stoner. We've been on a few trails with him. Any word on more cleanups with all the camping from people escaping COVID? Lots of people out and not respecting the land. Some spots in Arizona closed due to the amount of trash. The answer is yes. Yeah,
and let's address that real quick too.
So first of all, I think we would be preaching to the choir to say, don't be stupid. Pick up garbage.
Leave it better than you found it.
Pick up garbage.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't hard.
This
is not rough. This is not asking a lot of somebody.
Yeah.
Pick up your
It's in our founding principles. Leave it better than found it. And over the years, people have been, those wisecrackers. They're like, well, how can you leave your tire prints? That doesn't count.
That's fine.
Because you're not driving anywhere where you shouldn't.
Yes.
Right? You're driving on designated trails. So, pack all your stuff out, prepare for it. Don't, if you're doing your duty out there, don't dig a hole. Bring out a porta potty, one of those little things. I got one.
Be prepared to pack your poop.
Pack your poop out.
It's not hard though.
Yeah,
it's
really
easy. Not hard.
It's easy. It's just a little embarrassing when you come back to camp with that little bag, but you'll get over that. You get over it.
And so what needs to happen? Okay, Stoner, you're gonna get me going on this.
So yes.
So what needs to happen right now more than ever? It's not about calling people out. It's about calling them in. With a little education, people can shift their awareness. More often than not, it's awareness, right? Like, I walk down the street, I see garbage on the street, I don't get like upset. And so if you're used to seeing like coffee cups or wrappers around, it doesn't occur to you. Like, I've seen people not even register that there's garbage on the trail. So we're gonna call them into the conversation about leaving it better than you found it.
You guys make...
Overland Bound is... we're officially partnering with Tread Lightly, and specifically we are now telling every new member to go take the Tread Lightly 101 online course.
Make it super easy. It's got a little QR code.
Got a QR code, you scan it, and that 101 course takes about 20 to 30 minutes depending on how long. And it's a really great rundown on all of the principles and helps to, it's not just about garbage with Tread Lightly, it's about being aware of trails and where they're designated, not creating new trails accidentally, not
that's one of the big ones.
Not creating new accidental trails.
Because you create the National Park Service calls them sight lines. If you go off into the brush, you create a sight line. People will see it and they'll be like, "Oh, trail," and then it becomes a trail. So you got to be really careful about that. Stoner, thanks for all the work that you've done. Like it really matters when people actually grab a shovel, put their boots on, come out and clean up those trails. So thanks for doing that. We'll have more opportunity in the future for sure to get out there and do some cleanup. Absolutely.
So we're officially partnered with Tread Lightly, and Kent, our executive director, is working with. We're starting to work with national parks like the Mojave Preserve, and we're also going to be working with Death Valley. To create events that not only are a cleanup, a repair, a restoration. We're going to have various projects, but they're also, so they're community-based, but they're also going to be there to raise awareness for others on how to participate, how to get active. For us, a set of rubber gloves and one of those garbage pickers.
It's always in
like
the back.
the like arm one that the kids always fight over.
The truck's right out there. I should like go and get some. No, I won't get it. But we have those little things. Because you guys, this happens. This does always happen. It happened to us on our last trip. You roll in and you find the fire pits, right? Don't disturb those. A lot of those are arc sites, believe it or not. They've been there for decades, if not hundreds of years. You'll come across this fire pit and you think, oh, that was just created probably 3 months ago. No, it may have actually been there for a really long time. Could be an arc site. So don't disturb it. But you're going to find trash in there. People throw their stuff in there. And when it comes to toilet paper, you don't want to touch that stuff. So bring something to pick it up. Anyway.
Yeah. Sorry. That's...
you guys know.
That was a long-winded way
let
of
me just say this.
Yep.
Yeah, let me just say this. It's easy for us to get on our soapbox because this is so core to what we do. So please forgive us if we spend a lot of time on this subject. It's core to what we do. We go out there, we enjoy things, and you have to be responsible about it. And then we like to teach people about that, make them aware. You guys make an incredible difference just by leading from example. You bring that one person with you, and then before you leave a campsite, you do the stupid check. You walk around and you pick up other people's trash. Those people that travel with you are going to do the same thing next time. So you guys make a tremendous amount of difference. That's right.
Don't calling people out just
Social
makes
pants.
it worse.
What's going on, Mike?
Call them in.
How you doing?
Get on into this conversation. What's
So-
up, Mike?
so-
Hype.
So
The hype
Mike,
hippo. Nice.
so the hype hippo. Thanks, Mike. Mike shot the footage for the last two videos that on Slick Rock Trail. He does a really awesome job. Social Pants here on YouTube. Go check out his stuff. He does a wide variety of things. So go check him out. Nice to see you, Mike.
And I'm going to jump in for
Yep.
Cesar. Cesar, hit me up on the Overland Bound forums. We have, if there's an area that you know of, it looks like in Georgia, that needs some attention,
Yep.
hit me up. We can start to see if there's a way to connect and communicate with local land management to see if there's something that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Typically what we've found is that as soon as you ask somebody or reach out or say, hey, we can do a thing, they jump on it.
Yeah. People
They're
want to
absolutely-
help. People want to help.
Thanks, James. Thanks, James, for the
James,
forum
thank
tonight.
you, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
It's really nice. Yeah, Kevin, right? Kevin does trail cleanups here in southern New Mexico. Usually get a decent turnout too. That's right, because people want to help.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
We're preaching to the choir here, but go to really quick if you're listening to this and you think about it later. 20, 25 minutes, maybe 30 to do the Tread Lightly 101 course. You literally go to Tread Lightly
Great awareness.
101 course. Just Google it. and
Even if
it'll
you already
pop
live
up.
like this, it's a great refresher, great awareness.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw a question back there a little while ago, and again, as a reminder, if you guys type Overland Bound, it highlights it automatically for us. You guys probably see it too, but it turns orange, so we'll catch a question. If it's a question, it's helpful. I saw a question. Previous rigs. I know. I'm just now getting to it. Holy, that was a while back in the text stream there. A wide variety. So first 4-wheel drive. I'm gonna just gonna go through the list really quickly. I might even forget some. But Toyota SR5, 85 Toyota SR5, old school, but it was lifted. It was awesome. It was compact. It was very reliable. It went anywhere. 22R engine, really cool. I said fast, and then I started going into detail.
Okay.
And then I had a Ford Explorer. At one time, I had a Ford Explorer. I had a Chevy Citation, which went overlanding with me and off-roading. Hey, it's what I had. Country bumpkin, Humboldt County, Forest Service roads. I've had an adventure wagon, which was actually a lot of fun. It did not have the 4-wheel drive capabilities, but it's basically that's a van again that's a high top and it has a camping setup on the inside. So that van life, I was at the van life before van life was van life. That's me.
Yep.
Trendsetter. Which was okay, but I desired to go a little bit farther off the beaten path. So I had an FJ Cruiser, which was absolutely awesome. I really liked it. They're totally capable trail rig. They do very well. They're like a billy goat. And then I had a Chevy 1500 4-wheel drive. What's the 4-wheel drive package? Someone's going to know it. I forget it. This has been a decade or so ago. And then the Land Cruiser 80 is, I think, the most recent. And I think I probably forgot one in there somewhere. But that's been the rundown. So quite a wide variety of vehicles. I really like the 80 series,
They're
clearly.
saying Z7D1.
Thank you. I'm old. Getting old. Yeah, that one. What was that?
Hey.
What did they call that? Anyway, so wide variety. Yeah.
Yeah.
Z71.
Look who stumbled into chat, Mr. John Burt.
What's going on? Hey,
Hi,
John. How's it going, man?
How are you? It's been forever.
So yeah, wide variety. Oh, Toyota Tacoma. How could I forget that? Anyway, Toyota Tacoma as well. That was actually took that one down through Baja. That's been 15 years ago or something like that. That Toyota Tacoma, man, it was so outfitted. No, it wasn't. Stock tires, stock ride height, everything.
Rodrigo's here.
Hey, Rodrigo, what's going on?
It's been a while.
Wouldn't be a live chat without you, Rodrigo.
No.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Okay, other questions. What else should we talk about? Talk about the rig. What else?
Let's see. Let's talk. Okay, so Jared, you have a good question. Corey, you make a great point about preaching to the choir, but how do we get the message to the congregation? And I'll say this again. Call people. Resist the temptation to call people out. Call them in. Don't just call them into it. Again, I think the more that you share on social to your own personal network on social media, just saying, hey, I picked up this. Hey, this, avoid the I can't believe it. People are that does nothing really.
Lead by example.
Yeah, just say, hey, this place looked crappy.
Howard's watching. Ford F-250. That's right. That's right, Howard.
Oh, hi, Howard. You should say who Howard is.
Howard's my uncle. I have many past lives, and Howard and I, my first real job was, on a construction site with my Uncle Howard, and then later on in life, we built houses together. It's good to see you, Howard.
Hey.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So yeah, call him in, lead by example.
Lead by example.
Share the good work, show people what it looks like to be aware on the trail, and then just slowly but surely, as all of these new people, new to being outdoors, new to experiencing anything to do with vehicle dependent travel, they're still learning. It's a simple learning curve. We can teach. Yep.
Let's see. Next trip, Bald Mountain's a good one, but that's not where we're going. We're going someplace along 395. I think you have a plan, but we're not sure exactly where we're going.
Oh, we're gonna go south and then east.
And she won't even tell me where we're going. I do not know where we're going.
I want to explore. We're gonna go.
She's gonna say, "Pack this," and I will.
We're gonna look around the Kern River. I want to get
Awesome.
to a river, but it's just so smoky and hot right now. It's not.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
The EcoFlow Delta, what that is for folks, and Rob, thank you for your question. The EcoFlow Delta is a battery pack that has solar panels, and it charges really, really quickly. It's like magical stuff. It's magic sauce, and it's been really awesome. Man, is that a spendy unit? You guys know? You guys want to know what I tried to do with it that it won't do?
Yes.
I hooked up my MIG welder to it, and I tried to weld,
That would have been.
and it went no, and it shut down. But it didn't break it. But it's still a good unit.
Don Thompson shoes. What kind of driving shoes do you wear that are comfortable but yet responsive? Danners.
Danners.
Those
I like my Danner boots. My dad wore Danner boots. And
no school like the old school.
Yep. So I wear Danner boots.
Hashtag not an ad.
Yep. Hashtag not an ad. But also I will recommend lighter trail shoes as well. Like if, that works as well if you're going to be in the cab most of the time.
Sorels. I don't, SOREL. Sorels.
Yeah.
I like those too. Okay. How about T3 tent inventory? Good question, James. The T3s went through a redesign. They will be available later this year, but later this year. But the T4 went through a redesign, the T4 Plus. Now they have the T8, which is huge. And then the Overland Edition. So T3s are coming down the design pipeline. So later this year.
Cool.
Yeah. How is the water faucet working? The one you put in the jerry can.
I'm going to be
so awesome.
It is awesome.
So awesome.
Corey doesn't know this, and you guys are going to see this live on camera because she does not know this fact. I broke it.
Oh. Okay.
It's got a little short, so that what I want is a more robust faucet piece. It's got a little bit of a short. You can kind of mess with it and the water comes on. It is awesome. It is from a convenience standpoint, it's a game changer, but I need a more robust faucet unit. So I'm going to redo it. It works, but it's got a short.
I don't know if John Burt is still on this live, y'all should go check out his interior organization and accessories game, because it's
15 Tacoma Sport
so
TRD.
It's so good.
16K miles, right on. Can I overland in stock form? Of course you can. And you will not survive without a rooftop tent, sir. You cannot. I'm kidding. Yes, yeah. We don't have a rooftop tent. We sleep in a tent, a ground tent. That's what we prefer. I've had a rooftop tent in the past. I just prefer a ground tent. It's a little bit more simple. And thank you, by the way. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Appreciate that.
Okay.
And do you need thousands of mods? This is another hot topic for us. No, you don't. If you want to, What I also don't like seeing is when people put other people, they give them a bad time for investing that much in their vehicle or that rig. No reason to do that either. I mean, crying out loud, if I could have whatever I wanted, I'd probably do it. I'd be like, right on, cool. So I enjoy other people's totally built out rigs. It's awesome. But do you need it? No, of course not. You don't need that. There's so many places that you can go without, the totally built out rig. It's just, Forest Service roads here in California, around here, California are absolutely awesome. You just want to make sure, of course we say, doesn't matter what you drive, and it does not. But it does matter where you drive it. You want to make sure that it is adequate for what you're going to ask it to do, and don't be afraid to turn around, right?
Blake says, just remember Lewis and his Kia.
Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't matter when you drive.
That's right.
But it matters where you drive it.
Yep.
So, yes. Do the Gazelle tents have a stovepipe setup winter camping? We'll circle back on that. I believe there's a modification. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to ruin somebody's warranty. But I will ask Rob at Gazelle about that because I'm sure that's not the first time they've gotten that question.
Support@overlandbound.com. You guys are our good friend, longtime Overland Bound, if that's a word that I can make up. David is handling support. And the turnaround time is quick. He's doing a fantastic job. Question like that, you can send to support. It's hard we don't go live very often, so it's hard to get in touch with us. But if you do go through support and he can't answer it, it'll get to us and we'll answer the question. So feel free to,
How's it going, Blue? How are you?
What's going on, Blue?
We use a 4-inch mattress in our T4 and it's hella big in the rig. What mattress do you guys use? Is from Rodrigo. Okay, I'm going to speak to this. So I recently invested in a HiLites cot. Spendy. However, what are you doing?
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
No,
you scared me.
No, I'm
okay. So the HiLites cot was an investment on our part, but for me, because of the importance for me, sleep is 1,000% important for my joints. If I have a rough night of sleep because I can't get comfortable, it just is a miserable day. So I threw down for that, and it is the best money I've spent. Now, Michael, on the other hand, can sleep on this. And he's fine.
That's all you need.
And my stepdaughter, she can sleep on the ground, and she's just like, "Good morning."
So you guys, I really do. This is my pad, and here's the thing, for me, if you're blowing up a mattress or anything,
that's why we got
you have to deal with that. So
babes.
I got.
You got nature all over.
I got nature all over. I got nature all over me. But putting this up is just like this.
Yeah.
So it's just fast. I like it. It's fun.
Okay, scuttle or no scuttle? LOL. Totally. Omega low.
You can't overland without a scuttle.
No, I'll be honest. Scuttle's pretty great.
It is awesome. It's
great.
good. It's good. I'm not gonna. Do you have to? No. I mean, but it's pretty awesome.
But there's a reason why scuttles are available on the store.overlandbound.com website.
Nice, sweetie.
Thank you.
Nice.
No, they're great. We used our last trip to Slick Rock. We used that scuttle every single meal.
Yeah.
Because it's super easy to use, super easy to clean, and I think it's the easy to clean part that makes me happiest. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Bobby Axelrod, I feel you. I have to have a very precise sleeping environment.
This is not appropriate for Corey. That little pad that I have, not appropriate, right? But I can do it, and I prefer it. So. Okay,
so something to think about. I think Allison, so my sister-in-law, she talked about this advice she got from her dad, and her dad had said invest in a good mattress and invest in a good car because you spend most of your life sleeping and driving. And that whole sleeping thing is true. Invest in a good setup. Because you might as well be cozy.
Yep.
Anyways.
All right.
Ah.
So let's work in some questions, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with us, and then start to
TF Cooks. You're totally right on that. Gazelle won't go for that unless they make a canvas tent. Too much of a liability problem. You're probably more correct than not.
So app stuff. I can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Are we ready for that chapter?
Let me look at chat just a little bit
Great.
longer.
I won't.
Charlie Toner, last winter camping with my 120-pound King Corso, and he crawled into my single Arctic sleeping bag, and it was so tight I couldn't unzip it. Yes.
It's hilarious.
Now, I have a 5-pound dog, and I won't go too long with this, but dogs in sleeping bags and sleeping outdoors.
Hilarious.
So Jon Snow and I do this dance every night, and it involves him regulating his temperature. And it's either he is at my hip outside the sleeping bag, he's at my neck outside the sleeping bag, or I get a couple paws and little 5-pound paws in my face, and then I lift up the sleeping bag and he crawls into the sleeping bag, and then he sleeps down at my waist, and then he sleeps at my neck, and then he goes back out. So he is a total mess, but it is my favorite part.
Did we answer the
camping?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Did we answer the Gazelle tents when stored on the roof? Because I can speak to that.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Gazelle tents when stored on the roof, they last a really long time, but they are not UV proof. And I do my tents, because we've had multiple Gazelle tents. I have seen fading on the colorization. They're UV resistant, and there's stats and stuff on the website. They're UV resistant, but if you store them up there 100% of the time, you'll see fading. Mm-hmm. They did improve the water resistance with the Overland edition. And then for you guys who are wondering, so the Overland edition has some improvements for bag weather resistance. It's got a storage bag on the outside. It's got a drop cloth. It's got to put the tent on, and it's got improved stakes. Mm-hmm. A couple other things I forget. But all of those things will be purchasable separately later on. It's not available now, but they will be. If you're like, oh no, I want a more weather resistant bag, then you can get just that bag. FYI. So they're not UV proof. They're UV resistant, but they will fade over time. Yeah.
Huckleberry.
What's going on, man?
What's up, Huckleberry?
How you doing? We haven't talked to you in a
long
time.
Forever. And
long time.
Talking to you since 2015. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Glenn. No pots, pans to clean for the Scottle. That is a fact.
Yep.
That is such a fact.
I don't clean pots and pans anyway, but that makes the fact that I don't clean pots and pans anyway better.
That is not true. That is not true. He cleans pots and pans. Jon Snow is the best Mason. Hi, Mason North. Okay.
Hey, Mason.
Here we go. I think let's talk what we're starting to get into, a general overview of general quick overview of app and map and functionality that's coming out, and then let's talk about trip planner.
Okay.
That we're starting to develop.
Great. And we'll make it.
Grab a cold drink.
Okay.
Do you want one?
Please.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Real quick on the map front. So, you guys, Overland Bound 1 is our app. You can connect with the community for free. That's both on the iOS and Android store. Most of you guys that are watching already know this because we've been working on it for a really long time. But it's free to connect with the community. And then we have also an event planner that you can plan on and off-grid events, repeating events. And then we have a resource map, which is really something that I'm really excited about, is continuing to improve that resource map. So it's rock solid. People are liking it. Go check it out. You can get on there right away and just start saying, hey, this is what I want to do, and ask questions of the community, and our community is awesome. They're going to answer your questions. What we're getting into is mapping and navigation. There's a heavy lift there, but we're working on it right now, and it will, thank you, babe. Mm-hmm. And so we'll get that out sooner and later, but it will be the ability to record your trips, share your private trips, or share trips with the community, record tracks. It'll include on and off grid navigation without cell phone service, and lots of really cool things. And we know of what's out there now, so we're working hard to go above and beyond what's out there now and make it easier to use. So that's what it's all about. And then we are also working on the trip planner. So the next question people ask when they say, hey, where should I go? We can answer that question. The next step is to start planning that trip. And so we'll allow you to put together, where you want to go, select waypoints, and then save that as a trip. And then when you're actually on the trip, you'll be able to say, go, I'm starting this trip now, and you'll navigate to the waypoints, and it'll be really handy. But it'll be, helping you to plan that adventure, plan that trip. So it should be really cool.
I'm going to jump in. Excuse me, PYZ331. I know that Mason has an FJ Cruiser, and the T3 does fit in sideways into but that's a T3. And again, that'll be back in stock later this year, but just a little detail there. Okay, so the other thing oh my gosh, Ralph and Terry. Hi, Ralph and Terry.
How's it going, you guys?
Hey, we got to meet up again. Now,
We
if you
don't-
want to see an air conditioning setup, if you want to see an air conditioning setup and an overland setup, Ralph and Terry.
Jealous.
So the other thing, so besides getting this functionality going for navigation, waypoints, creating all of that, we are also starting to work in earnest on a trip planner. Now, the way that we've envisioned this trip planner working is that not only will you be pinpointing or designating a destination you want to go to. So you select that destination, and then based on your home base or current location, you will start to plug in what you will actually need from a perspective of water, from the perspective of what kind of terrain you're going to hit, what kind of trails are awaiting you, how much gas, how many miles, factoring in your miles per gallon for your vehicle, and it will also start to put together possible places you can go along the way to take a side trip or go a little bit further. Basically, it's going to be a comprehensive overview of a trip in its entirety, including the 5-year weather history of the area you're going to. So not only will you see the current forecast, but you'll see the previous year's forecast, so you have a better idea of what to expect when you get there. And then being able to do all of that from your desktop or from your phone, you can export a PDF. That'll be a summary. So for the people who like to have pencil and paper, we got you. For the people who just want to go digital, we got you too. And it's taking what we do anyways and just putting it into a seamless experience that merges with the map and the navigation we're already building.
Yeah. Yep.
That's where it's at. And we started to mock up. We started to get the first draft. Sorry about that, real quick. We got our first iteration of user interface. We reviewed that on Friday. And so we're going to keep moving forward this week and next to keep exploring what that user interface would look like, how would it integrate, and how also does the community and social aspect of the app tie in to that functionality too, because at our core we are community based.
Yep. Yeah, so that's one thing you'll notice is that community is tied across all areas of that of the app. Answering the question about PC, the question is yes. I won't let the nerd propeller spin too much, but if it gets too divergent, if the PC side gets too separate from the Android or iOS side, that gets really messy from a platform perspective. The same software runs on PC, on Android, and on iOS, so we will keep a level of congruence. That may not happen at the same time, but we'll maintain the features on the different apps.
So PYZ331 also...
This bubble water is a really bad idea.
Oh, okay. because I know I got like a frog in my throat and you're burping now. Great.
Although stay hydrated.
PYZ331. Know that at the core of us developing this trip planner, the person I'm envisioning in my mind who is using this and getting the most out of it is the person sitting at their desk. Because that person is the person who needs to go and get out.
Yeah, and the mobile phone is great at certain things. Like when you're in the field, it's a tool. I mean, it's a tool. It's a utility. It's a tool. But certainly, planning for a trip, some desktop functionality is probably the better.
And I love sitting at my desk and scheming.
Yeah, like
just planning and scheming and doing all of that. And I use like 5 different tools, and so we're really just trying to get it.
You guys, like the whole. I'm trying not to oversell it, but we got some great people on the team doing really smart stuff. So like the possibility, being able to see your terrain that you're going to visit in 3-dimensional relief, so that before you go. For the overland community, more than most, that is important, so you can plan and be prepared for the environment you're going into. So some pretty slick stuff. Joint planning of trips through the software, being able to chat, and look at terrain and that sort of thing. We all on the roadmap.
We like the fancy things. We like the fun, fancy, like, ooh, new tech, but we won't lose focus on function being the driving force for something coming into the app. So something might be like really slick and look awesome, but we're going to be very careful and practical about what actually comes in to the app.
Yep.
What's up, Wisconsin? Rob, will you use beta testers again? I volunteer. Absolutely. Hey, Cesar, man, thank you.
Cesar, thank you.
Out in Georgia, please reach out to me on the forums at Corrie, Corrie. Just reach out to me on the Georgia forest, anything, we'll jump in and get something going, okay? Okay. So
beta testers again.
Of course, beta testers.
Great question. There was quite a bit of beta testing before it was live in the stores. You guys helped out a lot, and thank you very much for that. You actually helped shape what the app became, so thank you. For a large feature, it's possible that we'll use the beta tester program again prior to going live. It's possible that we will do that. I don't have it fully figured out, which is why I'm like kind of looking sideways and wondering how that will work. But it makes a lot of sense for us to do that.
Got a hello from the Bronx.
What's going on, man?
Hey, that's
How's it going?
Awesome.
How's it going? Hope you're doing okay and doing well out there on the East Coast.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
I'm not trying to move us along, but
I think we've been on
for a while. Yeah. We've been on for a while.
Yeah, you guys, thank you to everyone.
Yep.
Wisconsin. I'm just seeing, like,
thanks all.
Hope you like pics. Hey, how's it going? I'm just making sure everybody knows, like.
We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Thank you very much. Right on.
Matt, I agree. Well, Matt, we just need to get to Bend, Oregon in general.
Yep.
But yeah, we should do a meetup up there. That would be super dope. Greetings from South Carolina. Thank you all. Thank you for all your inspiring posts. Planning to convert our BMW X5 in the future and go checking out this wonderful country. Keep doing what you were doing, please. Thank you. I appreciate that.
There are many places to explore. Lots of places here in the States to explore.
Bobby Axelrod, one thing I found challenging is locations to get free water.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's true.
But
bring a water filter.
We've marked them on maps.
Well, so that's the thing, is that the community adds locations to the map, and so it'll get better over time. And potable water. We'll continue to add those locations on the map. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Have a water filtration system. Whether it's one of those little hand things. We've got a thing that just looks like a canteen, and you can filter water through it.
Right on.
There's a pump. Yeah, getting water is key and not always easy.
Right on. Matt, we'll post out. We're definitely gonna get to Oregon. sooner rather than later. We'll post out. All right. Overland North is having our first COVID-friendly expo on September 19th. That is good. Just keep that distance. Be smart. Be respectful.
That's great. I haven't done a rig walk around in so long, and because of this whole COVID nonsense. Who thought this thing up?
Jay Mislin. I also want
I'd love to.
I also want to let you know that I was a member of another online community and commented on an unsavory bit and had over 200 offensive and horrible comments. I am so thankful for your forum. We really do strive.
We bird dog that. We make sure people are civil.
Just keep the conversation about overlanding and about enjoying.
Everyone's got Everybody's got a different opinion. You don't have to be. You can still treat each other with respect, and we make sure that happens.
Here. Oh, Tamworth, New South Wales, Australia. Hello. How's it going?
We're a family show here.
Yeah, we're a family show. We're a Pixar PG-13.
And that means you can say the adult humor so long as the 13-year-olds don't get it. Yeah. As long as it goes over their head.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Let's wrap this thing up, huh? You guys, thanks for hanging out. We just wanted to go live tonight because we haven't done it in quite a few weeks. And we're going to get out there on the trail soon. We'll be bringing that to you guys on the channel. We got some great things coming up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And to all of you who mentioned that they recently joined or they're about to join, hey, thank you, welcome.
Yep.
We have so much coming out.
Yep.
The dev
Lots
team
of stuff.
is cranking.
I do go to my inbox on the forums. If you guys send Michael, send a message to Michael on our forums, I do go through all of those. But I will be honest with you guys. I currently have 120 messages that I need to. You
just need to focus.
I just need to focus. She tells me that a lot. I need to focus. Squirrel.
Do some videos on members' dogs. Dogs are great entertainment. Absolutely.
Right on. Trail dogs.
Yep.
Overland Hound. That's what we're going to call it.
Thanks, Bobby, for hanging out. Thanks for finding our channel. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
Really quick, so I've been working for the past, I'd say 6 to 8 weeks. We are expanding our store to include more gear.
Can I say something about that I think is awesome?
Sure, go ahead.
I know it's a little bit interrupty, but...
It's okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I won't get in trouble. The awesome thing is that as the community grows, we're able to provide more value to the community. So, somebody says, hey, I got this. We really only stand behind things that we use and
That's right.
we like. So we only stand behind things that we use and we like. But people will be like, hey, we want to have this thing in the store. And the first thing that Corey says is, well, great. That sounds fine. How do we provide value to our members?
So how do we
give them a discount?
So we are working on an official program for Overland Bound members. You will get a fixed discount across all items. We're just fine tuning it to really ensure that we can sustainably bring the best value to you. So right now we have a bunch of kitchen.
Same thing, similar with Gazelle, right? It's like, you guys, if you're a member and you log on as a member, you get a deal, and it's pretty significant.
Yeah, so we're gonna expand that program, expand the offerings. We have a whole bunch of kitchen stuff that's in the store now. You can check it out, and we will be going full board. I think I have 40 products that we're gonna be bringing into the store, which is awesome.
You guys remember from the 70s? You guys remember from the 70s and early 80s that Samsonite commercial with the gorilla? I'm the gorilla.
I don't know if Matt S is trolling.
Probably.
It's a little trolly. Do you have an app? Yes. Please look at the bottom corner.
He's not being trolly. Yes. Maybe. It's called Overland Bound 1. It's available on iOS and Android. Thanks for asking that.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay.
Zaylanders, thank you.
Woo.
Thank you. All right, we really are leaving you guys. This is the longest goodbye,
Matt,
all right?
Okay, Matt wasn't being a troll. Sorry, Matt. Yes, we have an app, Overland Bound 1.
And please, if you have any questions, I'm Michael in the forums. Glad to answer them. The app is gonna continue to grow and be better. And Matt, sorry about We were just talking about the app, so we weren't sure. But yeah, we do. It's called Overland Bound 1. It's in iOS and Android.
Rodrigo, stop it, dude.
Crying out loud.
God.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to buy you 10 beers.
Appreciate that.
You'll see that.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, Jennifer. What's up,
Rodrigo.
girl? What's up? I saw what you were working on. I can't wait to get it.
You guys. All right, you guys.
Yeah,
And
hey. Thank you. Are you leaving?
I am. Should I 3, 2, 1 it? Hey, post stream chat. It leaves the chat open.
Hold on, I have to have my phone open.
It leaves the chat open for a little while when we close down the stream.
It's
so
like-
we have the
it's like-
post chat
it's-
crew. We'll sit on chat. We'll answer some questions for a little while. But
It's
you guys,
like the,
thank you very much for hanging out with us.
It's like the after party.
We do appreciate it. I'm going to go back to these, oh no, because it says starting soon. I won't be confusing.
Oh, hold on, Rodrigo. Thank you. Noted. That's going to Mike Rose. Got it.
You got it.
Yep.
You got it.
All right. Okay, everybody.
All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.